Hello students, today's session starts with the concept library functions. What is meant by a function? So in C language, a program is possible to divide into number of parts and each part is treated as a function. Hence, a function is a self-contained block segment that performs a specific task. In C language, functions are classified into two types as library functions and user-defined functions. Functions which are predefined by the system compiler are known as library functions, and functions which are defined by the user are known as user-defined functions. Here we consider library functions concept. Functions which are predefined by the system compiler are known as library functions. That means the function definition is internally defined by the system compiler. Hence, a library function arises, it is automatically executed by the compiler itself. C language consists a collection of library functions that supports various input and output operations. And these library functions are accessed anywhere within the current program simply by specifying the function name followed by a list of arguments placed within parentheses. That means we pass some arguments to a function, but some functions does not require any arguments. In such cases, simply place empty parentheses. If the function requires arguments, place list of arguments within parentheses. If the function does not require any arguments, simply place empty parentheses. Okay? So the parenthesis is mandatory. It shows the difference between a variable and a function. Consider these examples. Now printf is a library function and this function requires arguments. Hence within parentheses here we place a message. CLR is a library function but it does not require any arguments. Hence simply empty parenthesis. getCH is a library function and it does not require any arguments. Simply place empty parenthesis. Okay? So these are library functions. Then header files. Just now I told you library functions information is internally defined by the compiler. Now where this information is available? For this there is a concept called header file. So header file supports the necessary information of various library functions. So the entire necessary information of library functions is available in header file. So C supports a collection of header files. Now header files are placed in the current program with the help of a statement called /include statement, and these statements must be placed at beginning of the program. Now observe the syntax of the way of including header files. Now this one syntax /include, okay, there is no space in between /and include. Now within angular brackets Now this one less than and greater than symbols combination is referred as angular brackets. So within angular brackets specify header file name, or now the syntax is also valid, /include, now within double quotation marks header file name, both are valid. Now examples, now this one, /include within angular brackets stdio.h. stdio.h is a header file. /include within angular brackets conio.h. conio.h is another header file. /include within double quotation marks is another header file, math.h. Okay. Now it shows the way of including header files. Here, let us consider these two header files, stdio.h and conio.h. stdio.h, it stands for standard input output header file. This header file supports various library functions to implement input and output operations. Is another header file, conio.h, stands for console input output header file. It also supports various library functions used to implement input and output operations. Remember students, every header file must be ended with .h extension. It refers to it is a header file. In such a way, number of header files are available. Later we discuss those header files. So these are the basic header files to implement input and output operations. Okay. The next concept is one important one. Reading data from keyboard. So how to read data values from keyboard? Now, previously I told you, whenever a variable is declared, the compiler allocates sufficient amount of memory. So after allocation of the memory, by default the location is filled with a garbage value. But garbage value is an unnecessary value for the user. If we place any value within the variable, then user uses the value for different operations. For this, there are two possibilities. One is initialization concept, another one reading data from the keyboard at runtime. Now, initialization refers to the process of assigning a value at the time of its declaration, but it is not a suitable format. Every time we are interested to read the value at runtime. For this, we go for how to read data from the keyboard at runtime. For this, we need an input statement. So C language supports an input statement as scanf library function. So scanf is a library function used to read data from the keyboard. Here the keyboard is treated as console input device. Keyboard is referred as console input device. So scanf is a library function used to provide values to the variables as input data from the keyboard. Now this one, the general format of scanf library function. Now this one, scanf, it must be in lowercase characters, followed by a left parenthesis, then within double quotes, control string, comma, ampersand, variable name 1, comma, ampersand, variable name 2, comma, and so on, comma, ampersand, variable name n parenthesis, and the statement must be ended with a semicolon. Remember, here it consists two parts. One is control string, it must be placed within double quotation marks, and another one ampersand, variable name format. Here the control string consists the format of the data being received. When the statement arises, the compiler is necessary to accept data from the input device keyboard. At this time, it accepts different types of values. Hence, it is necessary to specify what type of the data is to be received. Now this one, control string is formed with the combination of a percentage symbol followed by conversion characters of different data types. So for each and every data type, there is a conversion character. Now this conversion character precedes with an percentage symbol. Now this combination is formed as a control string. Now observe these control strings. Now %C is a control string used for char data type. %D int data type. %F float. %LF double. %U unsigned int. %LD long int. %O octal, and %X hexadecimal. Okay. Then second one, the scanf statement requires an ampersand symbol known as address operator. Address operator is used to locate the memory location of the variable. Since, so after receiving the value from the keyboard, now the value is necessary to store in the variable. Hence, the variable address is located by the compiler with the help of address operator. So after locating its address, now the value is stored in the variable. Okay. Now, scanf is a library function. Hence, to implement library functions, the supporting header file must be included within the current program. Here, the scanf library function information is available in stdio.h header file. Okay. Let us consider this example. Here, we are declaring two variables. One is x as integer data type and another variable y as float data type. Now to read these two values individually, we place the statements as, now this one, scanf, left parenthesis, now the control string within double quotation marks as double quotes, %D, double quotes are ended, comma, ampersand x. Then another scanf statement. Now scanf, within double quotes percent f, comma, ampersand y. Here we place two individual statements, but it is not necessary to specify individually. We can also combine into a single statement like this format, scanf. Now within double quotation marks, percent d, percent f, comma. Now first one percent d, the supporting variable is x, hence ampersand x, comma. Second one is float. So this one percent f, the variable is y, so ampersand y. We must specify the order. Here percent d, hence first one is x. Second one percent f, hence it is y. Okay. One important point. Here more than one control string is combined within a single statement. In such cases, commas, blank spaces or any special symbols are not allowed within the control strings. Okay. Now it shows the way of reading data from the keyboard. Now, how to display data values on monitor? Here monitor is referred as console output device. Now, to display data values on monitor, we need an output statement. For this, C language supports a library function called printf library function. So printf is an output statement. Printf is a library function used to display data values on monitor. This one general format. Now it supports two syntaxes. The first one, printf, left parenthesis. Now within double quotes, control string, comma, variable name 1, comma, variable name 2, comma, and so on, comma, variable name n. End parenthesis, and the statement must be ended with a semicolon. Here printf, it must be in lowercase characters. Or is another syntax, printf, left parenthesis, then within double quotation marks, string, then end parenthesis, and the statement must be ended with a semicolon. Here the control string specifies the format of the data to be displayed. Since we are displaying different type of values, hence compiler point of view, it is necessary to know what type of the values is to be displayed. The same format, control string is formed with the combination of a percentage symbol followed by conversion characters of different data types. Now these are control strings, %c, char, %d, int, %f, float, %lf, double, %u, unsigned int, %ld, long int, %o, octal, %x, hexadecimal. Okay. Now, examples. Now here, is one more point. Now printf is a library function. Now the supporting header file is stdio.h. Now, while displaying values, when we use printf library function, within the control string, it is possible to place any commas, blank spaces, escape sequence characters, and so on. all are valid. Since it is an output statement, now the output values are displayed in different formats according to user requirements. Now this one example. Here int sum. Now sum is a variable of integer data type. Now sum equivalent to 10 plus 20. It refers to a process statement. 10 and 20 are added and the value is assigned to the variable sum. Now we are interested to print some value. Hence we place printf statement as printf left parenthesis within double quotation marks. Now sum, what type of value? Is an integer value. Hence the control string is %d. So after double quotation marks, comma, sum. Okay. When we execute this statement, now it prints output value as 30. Okay. It's another example. Now printf. Now within double quotation marks, simply we place a string message. Now it supports syntax 2. Okay. Now the output, New Delhi. So when we use this format, so whatever the data is available within the double quotation marks, now the same data is displayed on monitor. Here's one more example. Assume some value is 30. Now while printing some value, we add some message with the value. For this, printf, now within double quotation marks, now result value equivalent to %d. Now the supporting variable name is sum. Now it prints the value as result value, which is a message. Now the same message is printed equivalent to, now %d is a control string. Now the control string supporting variable is sum, is value 30, hence 30. Okay. Now this one, the way of displaying data values on monitor. So scanf is an input statement and printf is a output statement. So scanf is used to read data values from the console input device keyboard, whereas printf is an output statement used to display values on console output device monitor. Okay. And finally, we go for a simple library function, CLRSCR library function. Now it stands for clear screen. So CLRSCR is a library function is used to clear the screen contents. So this library function is used to clear the screen contents. Here the general format is syntax CLRSCR followed by empty parenthesis, and it must be ended with a semicolon. Let's example CLRSCR. Okay. Now CLRSCR is a library function. Hence the supporting header file is required. Here the supporting header file is conio.h, console input output header file. It supports the necessary information of CLRSCR library function. Okay. Thank you, Ananda.